You doing the reveal in the show? Oh
Yes,
my
sir.
god!
What's up? Welcome to another episode of All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider, and I am joined by Mr. VIP, Frankie Washington. How are you doing today, sir?
I can't be no more infinitely awesome than what I am, but I think you got me top, sir. What is going
Listen,
on?
you already know what it is. You know what day it is. But if you didn't know what this is All Things Super, where every week we take a piece of super-powered movie, TV, trailer, we watch it, we react to it, we break it down, we review it, and we answer the question, is it super? Now, if you like that, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on any of your favorite podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to join in on the conversation, you can tweet at us at ATSuperPod.
And we like reading the comments.
And we like reading the comments.
Hey, I love this show. You guys don't know. Now you know. I love this show. There's no secret what we're doing here today.
It is no secret. The newest trailer for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has dropped, and we are about to react to the hell out of this thing.
Hey,
I'm excited. I've so been looking forward to this sequel. It's man, I have had this since 2018.
Nice.
Probably since the first movie came out.
Hey, what's wrong with it? I wish I had a Mr. VIP mask.
I mean, that's just your face. You are Mr. VIP.
Oh, this is also true. Thank you. Thank you. A nice mask.
But no,
man.
this has always been one of my favorite films, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Just the introduction of Miles Morales into like mainstream media, right? Because a lot of people didn't know about him. There was so much controversy that was out about him when he first came out, and he was the newest Spider-Man after Peter Parker had died in his universe.
Right.
And just being able to bring him to the forefront and be able to have not only a good movie, a great animated movie, when we've gotten so many like just bad takes from Sony when it comes to Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
Because I mean, you think about the legacy that was laid before him, right? Because you ended off with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3. They had Venom. They had Harry as the Green Goblin. They had Sandman. A lot of people hated that movie. You had Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 2. A lot of people hated that movie.
But it wasn't Andrew Garfield's fault. I think he was the best part of those two.
I would agree with that. I would absolutely agree with that. But regardless, all of those final Spider-Man pictures from Sony, they pretty much became critically hated.
Yeah.
But then you had Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse came out, and it wasn't a box office success in the sense of like it didn't make $1 billion or anything.
Didn't? I thought
but
it did.
No, I don't think it did.
Where's Wikipedia when you need it? Hold on. You do your thing. I'm
gonna
do something.
But the thing about it is that everybody loved it. And so I think because of the word of mouth, because of the fan reaction to how great the story was, how great the animation style was, how great these characters were, being able to bring them all into one universe, I think that is what sort of spurred a sequel. Because people they were just enamored with it. They were like crazy about it. And I'm, as you can see, one of the ones that's crazy about it.
Hey, man.
So I am excited. I've been waiting for this since the end of the first one. And I cannot tell you how much I am ready to watch this.
It took long enough. I don't know who's doing the actual animation, or if we're going to get a throwback to the similar animation style from the first one, or are they going to branch off?
I would imagine so.
One of the best things about Into the Spider-Verse was the story. You got this Spider-Man, which, again, you had a Peter Parker in there, and you had a Miles Morales in there, but you had the coming into his own Miles Morales story inside of all of this, because it was his story, but we also got and Flux. We also got Spider-Gwen, and we got Spider-Man Noir, we got Spider-Ham, then we got
Yeah.
Was
Kenny Parker.
Penny Parker with her android spider, and which is interesting enough because she did not actually have spider powers, but her
Right.
machine did, kind of like a
But she had a telepathic link with the spider.
who, hey, who doesn't want that? So you had a lot going on. You had your favorite villains like Doc Ock with a spin. She was Mrs. Doc Ock with nice.
Mm,
You saw her Girls of Tentacles, her Ock arms, different than what I've ever seen them before. Had Kingpin in that
mm-hmm.
thing, looking strangely
Like a
large.
fucking like a fucking block.
Yeah, like a door, like a big, big,
Yeah.
wide door. You had Scorpion in that thing, and you listen. You had your
Mm-hmm.
favorite characters, the twist, which is interesting enough because this was not set in the main MCU or excuse me Spider Verse storyline because this is Sony,
No.
not to be confused with the MCU. Even though I think at the end of all of this multiversal shenanigans, we may get a version of Miles into the MCU. I can't see them
I
not
would imagine so.
can't see them not making that happen. But as Sony, as you said, is correcting their mistakes and bringing their Spider Verse home, no pun intended, will be interesting to see if he does come into the MCU or if they try to keep him there. Because there was that quick tease that was, can we call it retcon? Can we call it canon? Because Donald Glover's character played the Prowler, which is Spider-Man's uncle.
Uncle. Mm-hmm.
But he talked to Miles in a deleted scene. But again, at the same time, he says, I want those guns out here on the street. I have a nephew from here, and everybody that knows Miles Morales knows that that was a nice little nod to
Who
say
they
that
were
he
referring
was
to.
in the MCU already. So
Right.
they're gonna retcon that and take that out because it was a deleted scene. But the fact that he said he doesn't want those guns in the neighborhood because he have a nephew here was canon. So is he in the MCU already, or are they gonna
I
bring
think
him
he
in?
is. I think we just haven't seen him yet. I think.
Maybe there'll be a multiversal spider that bites that Miles
Well,
Morales.
the thing about it is, Miles' story is that he's not from the 616 universe. So
Correct.
he it would be interesting if they do come out because of course there's been rumors like just swirling around after Spider-Man No Way Home about a new Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, about a new Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie, and one of the rumors that have been going around with that in the
Secret Wars
next
crossover.
no, not Secret Wars. No, well, in the next potential Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie, that was going to be the introduction of Miles Morales. And so if they do that, then if they follow the comic book origin for Miles, then that means Peter would die in that instance, and Miles would take over for him. Which I would hate. I can't imagine them bringing Andrew Garfield back as Spider-Man only to kill him for
But
Miles to take over.
but they could kill Tobey Maguire.
They could kill Tobey Maguire and have Miles take over for him.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then
We
by
live with
some
Toby dying.
multiversal, what happened?
We live with Toby dying. Will they let the
Can we live
Kingpin?
with Toby dying?
Yeah, can we? Are they gonna let the Kingpin kill him like they did into the Spider Verse?
Maybe.
Just
In the
asking
comic books,
questions.
I mean, because they have different ways of doing it. Because in the comics, Green Goblin killed Peter, or he was the reason that Peter died. He died from the injuries that he sustained fighting Green Goblin. But they, and in the movies they could just do something different. It could be anything.
This is interesting enough because you always see Spider Man injured, but Spider Man
Right.
does have a healing factor.
He does.
They downplay his healing factor, even in the MCU. He gets beat up a lot. Spider Man does.
Yeah, he does.
But he heals not as fast as Wolverine or Deadpool, but he does heal.
Right.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
I am ready for this.
But either way, we are excited about this. So let's just go ahead, hit the play button so we can view this trailer and then we can talk about what we see for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Let's go. Yes, it does start now. That's right. Put your name right there in the front and glitch it. That's what I would
Always.
do. Spider, will this have anything to do with some of this multiversal shenanigans?
Being quiet, Mom.
Well, I mean, of course, because it's a multiverse.
Hope I didn't ice your game, man.
We already know that there's going to be multiversal travel.
Says those words in that order.
It's just hard to see my little man not being my little boy all the time.
He actually does look like he grew up. Way to age up a comic.
Taking care of this little boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Little Stanley.
Stan. It's your buddy.
Sure he is loved. That he feels like he belongs.
Will this
He
relationship
wants to
develop
be-
into something more?
He wants to go out
So
into
between
the
Miles and
world
Gwen?
do
Of course.
great things.
I think so.
Not
Yes.
bad, kid.
And
It's
what I
his
worry about
time.
most
I love you, Miles.
is they won't look out for you like us. Miles!
We
Wanna
go.
get out of here? Wherever you go from here, you have to promise to take care of that little boy for me. Make sure he never
Oh,
forgets where he came
wow.
Bro.
That's a loud spider, guys.
from. And he never doubts that he is loved.
They're upside down. Oh, wow.
He never lets anyone
Is that Spider Woman?
Yeah, that's Spider
He
Woman.
doesn't belong there.
Played by Issa Rae. Or voiced by Issa Rae.
You gotta promise, Miles.
I promise.
What's up?
Get.
Oh,
Who do you think you are? Really?
uh,
Are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
ouch.
Bro. I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
June 2nd, 2023. Oh, wow. Why not plug your PlayStation?
This PlayStation, right? I mean, it's Sony,
It's Sony, so,
it's
you
on the
know.
Sony. It's on the Sony YouTube channel.
Just be surprised that there not some cameras and some headphones in there with a little Oculus or anything else that Sony wants to push.
A television, or sound system.
Speakers,
all of that stuff,
amplifiers.
right?
It's Sony. This
All right.
looks like
I'm getting hot.
it needs to be. There you go. That's just how they do it in the show. It looks like we're picking up where we left off, but here's what I like about this trailer. There's a lot going on, but there's not a whole lot of explanation of what's going on. You see Miles. We get flashbacks of Into the Spider-Verse when he was trying on the costume, swinging with Peter Parker, meeting up with Gwen,
Figuring himself out.
figuring himself out, seeing if he can fit into these shoes, the leap of faith. That's an iconic scene right there. So we get this
Right.
footage of stopping the cab, and then the
He got
hot
a new
dog.
suit too.
Did he?
Yeah, the new suit that's like a stripe down the side now.
Oh, that's incredible. Who designed that? So Gwen,
Yeah, I would imagine that was him.
Gwen is back, and we're kind of wondering how did she get back? Because remember, it was a. Oh yeah, that is the suit. It was a whole
Peter B. Parker has a kid apparently.
situation going on that made the glitch happen in the first place.
Right.
And,
That was Kingpin experimenting, trying to tap into the multiverse so he could
well, she's
save
trying to get
his wife
Vanessa
and
back.
son.
Yeah, like who
Right.
who doesn't want their Vanessa? But at the same time, that's not happening now. So how are we getting back and forth through these multiversal Spider-Man? Now, clearly, this other Spider-Man, which I believe is Spider-Man, this one right here, this is Spider-Man 2065.
2099.
Okay, well,
2099.
you were right. I was wrong, and I'm okay with that. He's clearly the bad guy in this thing, and we saw hints of him at the last Spider-Verse. He had his little palm wristwatch going through the multiverse. Even in the one
Right,
of
and
the
he was basically monitoring all of these rifts that the other Spider people made, and they were going back, back and forth from their universe to Miles' universe, and then back to their own universe.
somehow I'm thinking he wants to shut down this multiversal hopping.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
Gwen's like, "Hey, we need your help." It's a traditional call to action, and of course, we deny the call to action because we got other stuff going on. It's like
Hmm.
trying to find yourself still in this world of Spider Men people, and it's a coming of age story yet again. Yet again, will they be able to taste success? And the only reason why I question that is because it is a sequel. And we all know
This is true.
sequels have very, very, very hard times living up to their predecessors.
This is true.
We're looking at a
Ex- there are a few exceptions, but for the most part, yes.
same one.
Terminator 2.
Excellent. If it, I stand corrected. Terminator 2 is the exception. I will say that. Well, and then Terminator, everything else after that.
Yeah, it's just no. They should have just stopped at 2.
I'll give you another one though. Bad Boys 2 was pretty good. Bad Boys
Bad
2
Boys
with
2
Will
was
Smith
good.
and Martin
Bad
Lawrence
Boys
was
2 was,
really good.
I feel like they really turned it up, Bad Boys 2, and then Bad Boys for Life, it wasn't
Yeah.
that great.
Any movie you're gonna shoot Will Smith's not gonna have a good reception. It's just not gonna happen.
True.
Iconic beloved characters. They should have learned from New York Undercover. Oh, I'm dating myself. Anyway, Spider-Man is back. And he's getting his ass kicked.
I mean, it happens. And we were just talking about that, how Spider-Man gets his ass kicked.
But, it's relatable.
But they get back up. That's a thing about Spider-Man. They get back up.
Clearly, you need to spray a spider instead of try to hit a spider. But I like the fact that they didn't try to. They aged him. Not the same. He's grown
Yeah,
up
of
a little
course.
bit. So I
Yeah.
think in the first one he was probably what 14, 15.
I think it was 14,
This
yeah.
one he looks like he may be 15, 16, or even 17.
Yeah, about to say, I think he might be like 17, 16, 17, maybe.
So, we're looking at Miles potentially kind of getting that MCU treatment. Actually going to school, maybe about to graduate and go off
Yeah.
into being Spider-Man full time and seeing what he's gonna do for money. But the dad's not dead. The dad is actually in this as well, right? This is not just a flashback.
Yeah.
So
No. Dad's still alive. Mom's still alive. Because it's so different because Miles has had so many different like origin stories in the different mediums. Because in the comics, his mom died. There was an attack at the hospital that she was working at, and his mom ended up dying. In the video game, Spider-Man PS4 video game, his dad died. And then in the movie here, Into the Spider-Verse, his uncle died. So every iteration, he's losing somebody. But, that's the beginning of any Spider-Man story, is that loss. He's losing somebody, and that thrust him, through the grief, through the pain, thrust him in the greatness, understanding. Of course, with great power, there must also come great responsibility.
I don't think we're outside of that realm. I don't think that we're escaping the fact that somebody may die in this one. Because I just don't see it not being a part of Spider-Man lore. And it
Yeah,
could be very well his mom. Whew,
could be.
hope not. I don't know why.
I hate it. I would hate for that to happen.
Somebody clearly watched some of our old episodes. The reason why I say that is because in our older episodes, we talked about this in the story. Kill them off. Kill them off and bring your character through that trauma, that tragedy, and have them emerge on the other side, um, clearly victorious, but at the same time, seeing how they struggled. We predicted the sequel of Black Panther before they even dropped it. I'm just giving us
Yeah.
credit. I'm just giving us credit for those who don't like the credit to be given. I'm giving the credit. Gave it.
And so one of the things to go back to what you were wondering about before we started watching the trailer was if they were going to go back to that same style of the different animations for the different Spider-Man, because of course, we had Spider-Man Noir, we had Penny Parker, we had Spider-Ham, whose animation styles were all drastically different than
Sure.
Miles, because Miles, Gwen, and Peter B. Parker, they all kind of shared somewhat of the same animation style, but
Right.
the other three, they kind of didn't. And so for this, what I think I remember reading is that there's going to be 6 different animation styles now, because they're going through different universes, and so every different universe that they go to is the entire universe, so not just a character, but the entire universe is going to be in a different animation style. And I think that from what we saw in the teaser trailer, when Spider-Man 2099 Miguel O'Hara was kind of chasing Miles through the different universes, I feel like their animation style then adapts to whatever universe that they go to, rather than what we had before, where their animation style stuck and they were just in Miles' universe. And so I think that's maybe the difference between interdimensional travel on purpose versus interdimensional travel by accident. Right, you're getting pulled out of your dimension into another one, so your animation is stuck the way it was in this new universe, versus you're traveling on purpose, so your animation style gets transferred to whatever universe that you're going into.
This is going to pull heartstrings. Bring your
Oh,
tissue
absolutely.
with you because you're going to cry. And I'm letting you know you're going to cry right now. It's been predicted on All Things Super. You're going to cry when you watch Spider-Man Cross the Spider-Verse.
We already got at least two MCU alums in Into the Spider-Verse, or
What do
Into
you
the
mean? What are you
Spider-Verse, well,
saying? What are you
across the
talking about?
Spider-Verse.
What are you talking about? What are you
So
saying?
people who are confirmed canonically characters in the MCU, actors. We have Haley Steinfeld, who played Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye
Kate
series. She's going to be the
Bishop.
new Hawkeye.
Kate Bishop.
She she voices Gwen Stacy, Spider Gwen,
Nice.
and then we have Oscar Isaac, who is Jake, Stephen Mark from Moon Knight. He voices Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099.
Jake. What's the other guy's name?
Mark,
Mark Spector.
and then Stephen.
then Stephen Grant. And then Oscar Isaac as himself.
Yeah.
and we have Tyree Henry is the dad, right?
Yeah, Tyree Henry is the dad and played Phastos in Eternals.
What a year is he having? Oh my goodness, this man's working.
Eternals, Bullet
Getting
Train.
that paper boy, getting that paper boy.
Then I'm about to say back in Atlanta too.
Hey, I think they wrapped that one, but the man's working.
Was that this year or was that last
I think
year?
that was last year, but I'm not gonna tell
Okay.
anybody that's not listening this. Think about it if you didn't catch it.
Man. No, I am excited for this, and no, I'm absolutely Miles and Gwen, they're feeling each other. There's absolutely something that's there.
I know.
Do you think it's just a friendship, or do you think it's something romantic?
I think Miles is feeling Gwen, and I think
I don't know. You saw that shoulder lean?
Hey, let me see you bounce right to left.
With the shoulder lean.
Caught it.
Shoulder
So
lean.
I think she's gonna friend zone him unless he makes a move. That'll make your intentions known. I don't think
It's
his
true.
mind is
And then
there right now. I think he likes her like that, but I don't think he's gonna move on her
Yeah.
like that.
no, and I think probably because that's a long distance relationship of interdimensional proportions, so that's pretty
Woo!
hard to have to
Not
deal
even
with.
go ask
And
about
I'm
what that
looking-
phone bill look like.
And I already know because we watch New Rock Stars, so we know
Yeah,
that.
shout out to the whole
Eric
team
Voss.
over there at New Rock Stars.
Shout out to the whole team at New Rock Stars. Hit us up if you ever want to collab. But I know Voss is going to come in and he's going to, or maybe not even Voss. It might be Jessica. It might be MT, whoever. I know one of them, but they're going to take this. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. The fact that you said it may be one of them. They got a squad over
Look,
there.
they got a whole damn fucking football team over
I
there.
understand.
The 11 on the field, both sides plus the bitch.
Quarterback Ross.
But no, this I know for you because you got Ultimate Spider-Man from the 90s animated series here.
Cape,
Who
no
else we
capes.
have in here? No capes. This is I think the Japanese Spider-Man here.
It looks like the Spider-Man from Disney. I don't know who that is.
And all of them are trying to attack Miles, which is weird.
Does that Spider-Man have a bag on his head?
Yes, that's the Amazing Bag Man. That is Spider-Man with a bag on his head.
Hilarious. That Spider-Man looks like he's mixed with a rhino. The one in the green looks like he's mixed with Scorpion.
Yeah, so there's a lot of them. I think they say that there's over like 100 and something characters that is going to be in this movie as far as different spider people.
First of all, shout out to the one that had the cape because it looks like spider netting. And
It is actually. It is.
yes, capes. Yes, capes when they're like that. Yes, that's kind of gangster. That's kind of nice.
So I'm imagining we're going to see all of the different iconic variations of Spider-Man, Spider-Punk. Of course, we saw Spider-Man 2099. We see the Amazing Bagman. We see the Spectacular Spider-Man. We might see 60s Spider-Man. We might see 90s Spider-Man.
Will we get Spider-Man Noir back? Could somebody call Nicolas Cage and ask him to come through and bless
I mean,
it?
it's possible.
Hey, it's Nick Cage. Who doesn't want Nick Cage in their Spider-Man? They hit.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm excited about it as well, sir. I can't. I can't wait till June 2nd gets here. It's almost around the corner. We got a little ways to wait.
Ooh, we got a lot of movies coming out in June. We got Indiana Jones coming out in June. We got Transformers coming out in June. Spider-Verse is coming out in June. I don't even have the MCU schedule in front of me, but I know they got something coming out in June.
I think Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is going to stand victorious out of all of those. That's right. I'm putting it all on Miles' shoulder. If you didn't have the weight of the world on your shoulder before, Miles, you got it now. And it's
he just dropped his head like, God damn it.
That's it. It's like you must have heard me. Yeah, it's a multiversal
Right.
world, so it's on your shoulders now. But I think they'll stand out victorious because again, it may not have crossed $1 billion, but I think it did win a bunch of awards.
Yeah, because the animation was outstanding. Let's see.
As much as it is the same, as you can see, it's different from the old one. Animation is different, slightly,
Yeah,
but different. It's more cartoony, if I can say that. I know it's an animation for those who are saying it's an animation. Of course, it's cartoony, but as you look at the old one, Into the Spider-Verse, it was more close up, detailed. This one is detailed, but not as close up. It makes sense if you don't think about it. You have to look at it.
right.
But I love the new additions.
So worldwide, it made $384 million.
Hey, that's more than my movie made. So they're winning.
They are winning.
I'm excited to see all the different variations of Spider-Man. Not really 100% sure why they all hate Miles. Wait a second. Was that Spider-Ham? Did you see Spider-Ham? Like the last guy right there. No, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I just need more Spider-Ham. That's all.
Now I can't imagine that they wouldn't bring him back. Just look at that.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's something
That
that
is
you would see. It's like little things like that. When you're watching the movie, you don't get to see it,
hey,
but it's incredible the
this
way
is
that,
not that show. It's not the Canadian lad. we, we are not watching things at 2.5 speed. But I can see
no,
I
not
can
at all.
see why you would want to, because look at the detail of what you get when you slow it down. You really get
Right.
into the animations, and you can really get to seeing what's going on, and the details are where the devil hides. And he's saying, "Hi, how you doing? I'm Details. I'm enjoying it."
And the last, because Into the Spider Verse came out 2018, so in the last 4 years, I've only bought one Blu-ray DVD, and that was Spider-Man Into the Spider
I
Verse.
would have never guessed that that was the Blu-ray that you bought.
And it's probably even before that. So probably like within the last maybe 7 or 8 years.
Did you watch the director's commentary?
Absolutely.
Okay, I was just, it's a Blu-ray, so don't sell yourself short. But I know a lot of the reasons, and listen, I want to say I appreciate this for anime. I might be telling a little industry secret right now, but a lot of times you get this main storyline animation. But because
Mhm.
animations take so long, what the production companies normally do is they find other anime companies to create blocks of storyline, which Into the Spider Verse is or Across the Spider Verse are easier to do because once you get to those other things, you can transition to those
To a
new
new animation style.
animation styles and those other production companies. Why are we doing that? Because it's such a large story. It would take such a long time for one production company to be able to do it all. But if we get this production
Right.
company, this production company, this production, and it combines them to tell a conducive story better overall without missing the
Yeah.
beat. So I appreciate it. Usually you see it in other movies or animations, they break it up with maybe a flashback or a dream sequence or something that takes you out of the main storyline and gives you the same story, but in a different visual. Yeah, he's definitely more grown up now. I would say 17.
Yeah.
I think in the other one he was shorter than Gwen.
That's the PS4
That
Spider-Man.
is a PS4. Well, his pants are different. His logo is
Yeah, they
definitely.
are a little bit
Who
different.
is this guy sitting over here? That's the Spider-Man that
I
I
don't
could get
know.
into. Because that sounds wrong. Wait a minute, I know that guy too. But I'm saying if I was a Spider-Man, that would be me, the thick Spider, thick Spider-Man. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Look at that! Look at
It's
that!
like a steampunk Spider-Man.
Steampunk Spider with a cup of Joe. What?
Yes, a spider cop or a spider security guard.
Is that the NFL Spider Man? Somebody got to lay the law down around here. I love how they have this, like the painting. Everyone is in
There
their
your bag,
own
man.
upside down, right side up. There is no. Is that a wolf?
That is a wolf. You got Spider Wolf.
Spider wolf. Nice, nice. This is amazing. Which would
This is
be interesting
incredible.
if we did get an amazing Spider-Man in there, or Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
It's quite possible that they can make cameos.
I can't see how they wouldn't. I mean, multiverse.
All three of them, to be honest.
I'm excited to see it. I'm more excited to see when that Spider Woman portrays Spider 2099. It's coming. She's not going to stay on
It's
his
gonna happen.
side.
It's gonna happen in the third act.
Of course, it has to. She's not going to stay by his side. He looks deranged. Clearly, he's a villain.
Yeah, but
We
it
got to
looks
go clear
like
and see why he's a villain, though. His
I,
Spider
I'm because I don't know his story. I don't know Miguel O'Hara's story,
This
but I
spider
saw
glowing. Did you see his web glowing?
who was that? Miguel's.
99, yeah, when he was right about. No, not that one. Right here. Yes, it
Oh yeah,
is.
yeah,
This
yeah. It
dude is
absolutely is.
powerful. You don't just shoot out no glowing spider web juice like that unless you got some
No,
type of current going through it. But hey, don't sleep on Miles because again, he has which we haven't seen on here that
he has
electricity,
bioelectricity. Yeah,
bioelectricity that he generates, and I can't see how that would not come back and play a part into a defense mechanism. Hey.
I I'm looking for it because there's a scene where we see this right here. So this looks like I think that says
Just-
Gabriella.
yeah, this is
11.
99.
Well, she's not 11. Yeah, so this is Spider-Man at 2099. This is Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, that's
So
him right
I'm
there looking
wondering
at his file.
if he lost his daughter, if he lost his family, again, because every Spider-Man story begins with some type of loss. So if he lost his family some type of way and it was due to interdimensional travel, and so when he catches Miles doing interdimensional traveling, he, takes it out on him, or I don't know, something. Because he's ready to
Clearly,
go.
he's
You see
pissed
that
off
claw
right now. Yeah, he is not taking those type of conversations without
Yeah, and Spider Woman is looking very reluctant to help him.
Yeah, she's gonna jump ship. I mean, it's Issa Rae, so I expect nothing but great things from this character.
But I mean, at the end of the day, uh, Spider-Man 2099, he's gonna come around. In all things, he's a good guy.
I need you to focus on one thing for me. I need you to focus on the fact that he catches Miles right about this time and slams his DNA into a bridge. Good guys don't necessarily do that. Don't let The Rock fool you. Good guys don't kill. Shazam.
But I don't know. But let us know in the comments what you think about this trailer for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Are you excited? Are you as excited as we are? I don't think you can be as excited as we are. That's levels that, you might not be able to achieve. But let us know in the comments what you think, what you hope to see in the movie, if there are any particular variations of Spider-Man that you're hoping to see in the movie, because we just saw a whole bunch of them. But again, if
I want to see him,
we need a hashtag bring back Spider-Ham.
Right? Let's start that hashtag.
But again, if you like the video, click like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified. If you want the audio, I'm just saying we're giving you options.
I love it. I love it. Hey, if you want to,
nobody's saying that you have to. If you want to, subscribe to us.
Subscribe. The button's right there.
Go ahead and subscribe.
Well,
it's right there. Just hit the button.
Hey, if you came all this long way and you're still watching at this point, you owe it to yourself to hit the subscribe button.
You can find more stuff like this. But if you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on any of your major podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to join in on the conversation, tweet at us at ATSuperPod.
And we like reading the comments.
And we like reading the comments.
Just let y'all know. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see where the story goes. Because, again, I don't know the whole 99 of 2000. But I'm interested in to see where his loss has taken him, because it's all about having a relatable story, something that we can.
Right?
Does he know there's no baby in there? I'm just, he's
with Peter Parker, you never know.
He's carrying it. It's empty. There's no baby in it.
He might have snacks in it. I don't know.
Now that is a Spider-Man that I can get behind. Yes, sir. Maybe little spider bites. I can dig it.
But thank you all for joining us, and we will see you in the next episode.